CW. There's a lot going on. One of the main things, and we've discussed this before, is the ratings of the network. And the one thing about with the ratings of the network is that it is just literally pure garbage. I mean, the ratings are in the basement when it comes across the board, because you look at, for example, for year one of Arrow and Flash, and you're talking about 4 million viewers. These days, let's see, Flash is under 700,000 last we saw, and most of the other shows are well below that. Especially this one, we've said that this one was going to be a major failure, and that is the Ava DuVernay's CW's Naomi, and the viewership is still continuing to crash. I mean, we're like 7 episodes in, and the demo change is like another minus 40% and 10% viewer change. We're down to 0.429. That's a demo change is 0.06. There was a, how can I put it? There was a little fluctuation in there, but you got to remember, this is something that started from the first day out of the box at 800,000 viewers, and now you've lost half of your viewers already. Half, 50% is gone, and it's still, it's still going. There are other shows that have been canceled back in the day. You get 4 or 5 episodes in, and if it hasn't performed, they cancel it straight. The networks cancel it straight out. What is CW waiting for? I mean, here, let's look at Legends of Tomorrow. Legends of Tomorrow is just a bit above, and they've had their season finale, which now they're putting in Booster Gold, a race swap Booster Gold, at 0.57. The demo change has sort of flattened out on that. Year to end 0.528. And that is just, it's horrendous. This is a show that started out with about 1 million or 2 at season 1. And where are we at now? 400,000. 400,000 viewers. People don't realize these things. And they sit there and they look at it, and they look at all these shows, and they say, well, you're doing it because of the race and stuff. People don't like the show because the story is horrible. Batwoman is horrible. Look at the big mistake they had, which could have been fixed in editing, which as showed out, where they're showing a scene, I guess, with Black Joker on the screens in Gotham, and you notice that the train station is in Europe. Okay? So that's bad editing. Because if you shot something somewhere in the world to make it look like that it is Gotham, you better make sure every sign is removed. I have been on movie sets. I've been on TV set where they filmed TV movies, TV shows. And if we have to, there are certain things, if you don't have the rights to a particular product on there, you got to make sure you cover that out. And that was back in the day before, the way the editing systems are now, which you can just easily wipe that out. See, that's the pure laziness. That could have been wiped out very easily in an editing system. The things could have been changed. The boards could have been changed and everything like that very easily. Or the location, you have to say, well, we're here and it does look there. I mean, there are some stupid decisions that are being made for a lot of these films and TV series. They say, well, we're supposed to be on the plains of the rocky plains of the Colorado on there, but meanwhile they're flat plains. because they've shot it outside the United States, somewhere else, to try to make it look like Colorado, but it's not Colorado. Make it a little bit. It's so easy to fix a lot of this stuff in post, but they don't do it. They don't spend the money. They don't spend the money to look at these situations. And we're not even getting into the race swapping. Now, I'm not saying Naomi is a race swap. I think she's more of a newer on there. But, we've seen in the CW that they've been doing this. They've done it with Batwoman. They've done, and I keep saying this. The best way they could have done with Batwoman, and I had no problem with this, they could have had 3 Batwomen, just like the Mystery of the Batwoman movie. If you haven't seen that, it's a real good one. But there are 3 Batwomen in there. And that could have been done that way. But, hey, listen, I'm just a YouTuber, social media person, and people don't know who I am, what I've been, but I've been in the business a long time to tell you these are the things you have to think about. But see, the thing is, everything is toward equity and exclusion, or inclusion and equity, however you want to put it to the situation. Just like this little fact sheet. And if you haven't seen this fact sheet, this fact sheet, Think Tank for Inclusion and Equity, is floating around the writer's room throughout Hollywood and broadcast television. And this is a major issue. When I tell you Hays Code, this is Hays Code 2.0, this is what I mean. This is what I keep telling you about. You have people out there that are writing these sheets that are telling you what are overrepresentative stories or harmful stereotypes, which is like they're telling you, well, if you're black, you can't be representative. You lived in the projects or something like that. You got to live like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Come by me. Nobody in my neighborhood is living that way. When someone writes a story, he's writing a story toward the nature of what's going on. If he wants to fictionize it, if you're going to fictionize the situation, do it right.